intervention in the driving of the vehicle. 63. The word autonomously appears in this definition. Autonomous versus cooperative. To enable a car to travel without a driver within the vehicle, some companies use a remote driver. According to SAE J3016, some driving automation systems may indeed be autonomous if they perform all of their functions independently and self-sufficiently. But if they depend on communication and / or cooperation with outside entities, they should be considered cooperative rather than autonomous. Self-driving car. PC Magazine defined a self-driving car as a computer-controlled car that drives itself. 64. The Union of Concerned Scientists used cars or trucks in which human drivers are never required to take control to safely operate the vehicle. Also known as autonomous or driverless cars. They combine sensors and software to control, navigate, and drive their vehicle. 65. The British Automated and Electric Vehicles Act 2018 law defines a vehicle as driving itself if the vehicle is operating in a mode in which it is not being controlled, and does not need to be monitored by an individual. 66. Another British definition adopts self-driving vehicles are vehicles that can safely and lawfully drive themselves. 67. British definitions. On the 8th of November was introduced in the British Parliament a bill to regulate the use of automated vehicles on roads and in other public places, and to make other provision in relation to vehicle automation. 63. Self-driving capability. Chapter 1 Part 1 of this automated vehicle bill starts by defining self-driving capability. 63. It states that a vehicle satisfies the self-driving test if it is designed or adapted with the intention that a feature of the vehicle will allow it to travel autonomously, and it is capable of doing so, by means of that feature, safely and legally. Those words are also defined. Travel autonomously, safely and legally. Travels autonomously. A vehicle travels autonomously if it is being controlled not by an individual but by equipment of vehicle, and neither the vehicle nor its surroundings are being monitored by an individual with a view to immediate intervention in the driving of the vehicle. Control references to control of a vehicle are to control of the motion of the vehicle safely if it travels to an acceptably safe standard, and legally if it travels with an acceptably low risk of committing a traffic infraction. 63. Terminology and communication offences. On the 8th of November was introduced in the British Parliament a bill to regulate the use of automated vehicles on roads and in other public places, and to make other provision in relation to vehicle automation. 63. This bill defines offences so that an offence under those sections can be committed anywhere in the world. 63. For instance, a restricted term offence for a road vehicle or for a product may occur. 63. When a. the person uses, or causes or permits the use of, a restricted term in connection with the promotion or supply of a road vehicle. b. the person is acting in the course of business. c. The use of the restricted term is directed at an end user or potential end user of the vehicle. d. It is reasonable to anticipate that the use of the term will come to the attention of an end user or potential end user of the vehicle in Great Britain, and e. The vehicle is not an appropriate vehicle. Or when 63. a. the person uses, or causes or permits the use of, a restricted term in connection with the promotion or supply of a product intended for use as equipment of a road vehicle. b. The person is acting in the course of business. c. The use of the restricted term is directed at an end user or potential end user of a road vehicle. d. It is reasonable to anticipate that the use of the term will come to the attention of an end user or potential end user of a road vehicle in Great Britain, and e. The restricted term is not used specifically in relation to the use of the product as equipment of an appropriate vehicle. for the purpose of communications likely to confuse as to autonomous capability, a person commits an offense UN SAD Smiley 63, a. The person makes, or causes or permits the making of, a communication in connection with the promotion or supply of any product or service. B. The person is acting in the course of business. C. The communication is directed at an end user or potential end user of a road vehicle. D. It is reasonable to anticipate that the communication will come to the attention of an end user or potential end user of a road vehicle in Great Britain, and E. The communication would be likely to confuse end users of road vehicles in Great Britain as to whether a vehicle that is not an authorized automated vehicle is capable of traveling autonomously safely and legally on roads or other public places in Great Britain. SAE classification. Tesla Autopilot is classified as an SAE Level 2 system. 68, 69. A classification system with 6 levels ranging from fully manual to fully automated systems was published in 2014 by SAE International as J3016 Taxonomy and Definitions for terms related to on-road motor vehicle automated driving systems. The details are revised periodically. 13. This classification is based on the role of the driver, rather than the vehicle's capabilities, although these are loosely related. In the United States in 2013 the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, released its original formal classification system. After SAE updated its classification in 2016, called J3016_201609, 70, NHTSA adopted the SAE standard. 71, 72. The classification is a topic of debate, with various approaches proposed for its expansion. 73, 74. SAE levels. Driving mode is used as a type of driving scenario with characteristic dynamic driving task requirements, E.G. expressway merging, high-speed cruising, low-speed traffic jam, closed campus operations, etc. 175. Level 0. The automated system issues warnings and may momentarily intervene, but has no sustained vehicle control. Level 1. Hands on the driver and the vehicle share control. Examples are systems where the driver controls steering and the automated system controls engine power to maintain a set speed, cruise control, or engine and brake power to maintain and vary speed, adaptive cruise control. The driver must always be ready to retake control. Lane keeping, LK, Type 2 is a further example of Level 1 self-driving. Automatic emergency braking, which alerts the driver to a potential crash and applies brakes, is a Level 1 feature, according to Autopilot Review Magazine. 76. Level 2. Hands off. The automated system takes full control of the vehicle, accelerating, braking and steering. The driver must monitor the driving and be prepared to intervene immediately at any time. The shorthand hands-off is not literal contact between hand and wheel is often mandatory during SAE2 driving, to confirm that the driver is ready to intervene. The driver's eyes may be monitored to confirm that the driver is attentive. True hands-off driving is sometimes unofficially termed Level 2.5. A common example is ACC combined with LK, such as Super Cruise in the Cadillac CT6 or the F-150S Blue Cruise. 77. Level 3. Eyes off. The driver can safely turn their attention from driving. The driver must still be prepared to intervene within a time interval specified by the manufacturer, when called upon by their vehicle. This level can be thought of as a co-driver that alerts the driver in an orderly fashion when handing off control. An example would be a traffic jam chauffeur. 78. A car satisfying the automated lane keeping systems, ALKS, regulations. 79. Level 4. Mind off. No driver attention is required for safety, allowing the driver to sleep or change seats. However, self-driving is supported only in specific areas, geofenced, or under specific circumstances. Outside of these areas /circumstances, the vehicle must be able to safely abort their trip, for example stop and park. An example would be a robotaxi or delivery service that covers specific locations, possibly also time of day limited. Automated valet parking is another example. Level 5. Steering wheel optional. No human intervention is required under any circumstances such as long-distance trucking. SAE J3016. Automation levels 75. Narrative direction and speed control monitoring driving environment fallback responsibility driving modus driver monitors the driving environment 0 no automation full-time performance by the driver 04 aspects of driving, even when enhanced by warning or intervention systems driver and /1 driver assistance driving mode specific control Bionadas UFI the steering a speed uses information about the driving environment and with the expectation that the driver performs all remaining aspects of the dynamic driving task driver and system SMA driving modes 2 partial automation driving mode specific execution one or more driver assistance systems of both steering and speed system ADAS monitors the driving environment 3 conditional automation driving mode specific control Bionadas 04 aspects of driving driver must respond appropriately to a request to intervene a system driver SME driving modes 4 high automation if a driver does not respond appropriately to a request to intervene if car can stop safer system and driving modes 5 full automation control the vehicle under all conditions that can be managed by a driver driving modes. Criticism of SAE. The SAE automation levels have been criticized for their technological focus. It has been argued that the structure of the levels suggests that automation increases linearly and that more automation is better, which may not always be the case. 80. The SAE levels also do not account for changes that may be required to infrastructure, 81, and road user behavior. 82. 83. Technology. General perspectives. Several classifications have been proposed to deal with ADAS technology. One such proposal is to adopt three categories: navigation, path planning, perception, and car control. 84. Even video games have been used as a platform to test autonomous vehicles. 85. Navigation. Navigation involves the use of maps to define a path between origin and destination. Hybrid navigation is the use of multiple navigation systems. Sensing. Sensor technologies including combinations of cameras, LiDAR, radar, audio, and ultrasound have been applied to the task of understanding the environment surrounding a vehicle. 86. GPS, and inertial measurement. 87, 88. Some systems use Bayesian simultaneous localization and mapping, SLAM, algorithms. Waymo at one point used SLAM and added detection and tracking of other moving objects, DATMO, to handle potential obstacles. 89, 90. Other systems use roadside real-time locating system, RTLS, technologies to aid localization. Tesla uses 8 cameras to create a bird's eye view of the surroundings and categorize the objects within it. 91. Maps. Maps are necessary for navigation. Map sophistication varies from simple graphs that show which roads connect to each other, with details such as one-way vs two-way, to those that are highly detailed, with information about lanes, traffic controls, roadworks, and more. 86. Researchers at the MIT Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, CSAIL, developed a system called MapLight, which allowed self-driving cars to drive without using 3D maps. The system combines the GPS position of the vehicle, a sparse topological map such as OpenStreetMap, I.E. having 2D features of the roads only, and a series of sensors that observe road conditions. 92. One issue with highly detailed maps is keeping them updated as the world changes. Vehicles that can operate with less detailed maps to some extent require less frequent updates. Sensor fusion. Control systems typically combine data from multiple sensors. 93. Self-driving cars often combine cameras, LiDAR and radar,